strike and he's ready to go. Noodle on his left, Jess on his right. Hey, hold up, don't start a fight. He's got you covered with all the sports. Don't fret, he's wearing shorts. It's time for Waking Jake in the morning, Waking Jake at night. Jake sucks.
Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Yee! Like Scoob. Good morning, Bakers. What's going on, everybody? And welcome to Wake and Jake with myself, Jake Ronald Storielli, born 10/11/1989, about 10:30 in the morning. From what I was told, it was a beautiful scene. I don't remember too much of it. What's going on live in the chat right now on the YouTube? Big Baby David producing his buns off with the new haircut. Getting a lot of love in the office. Almost too much.
Yeah, I'm almost thinking it either used to be awful or it is awful now and you guys are being nice.
Know what it was, David? It was just timing. When everyone kind of arrived today, we had like 6 people arrive in a 10-minute span, and everyone wanted to give your haircut love. So it seemed like a lot for a second.
Yeah, and it is everyone. No, not to brag, I was the first one here,
Right.
because I usually am on purpose,
Built different.
and just to show off. It's not because I'm being productive.
No.
Just like to look like the first one in.
BBD, the best ability.
So it's the first thing you guys see when you come in.
Yeah.
You also can only see, I'm behind my desk, and then you can only see the top of my head anyway.
That's very true. You were behind your desk so you can see the hair, and it's not a drastic haircut, but it's noticed.
It was like I was ready. I went like all the way down on the sides.
The hair's your game.
Yeah.
You look beautiful.
I was toying with waiting it out till opening day. I
Yeah.
think I've got enough time to just do another one around that time, and I'm
Ooh.
good. I usually get like one a month.
Tidy up.
I don't like to let it get too unruly when I start feeling weird wearing a hat.
Yeah.
That's when I'm out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. My hair's entered a weird territory. I went for the haircut. The place was closed. I still think I'm going to get one soon. We'll see. Hope you guys listening have ever cut your hair. Let's talk a little sports. BBD, we're in a weird area with the sports world.
Very.
Spring training began. We love baseball. We're a baseball company. And it's enjoyable for your own team. You know, we watch the Yankees. I'm sure, see some people in the chat. Cubes, I know he's a Houston fan. Spring training's a lot of fun for your own team. You're rarely going to, unless there's like a big-time prospect, you kind of want to see the new free agents or trades in their new uniform, like, George Springer in a Blue Jays uniform. Like,
Yeah.
It's almost the video game effect.
Maybe you'll flip to a game that has the new guy up there, like you're on the East Coast. Your team's on an East Coast team. If there's a West Coast game later,
Sure.
you'll check into that guy's at bat there. But
Yeah, it's I think the next thing that's going to happen is it's kind of going to be injury bug season, which won't be exciting. We'll see how that plays out for baseball this year. I think everyone's being extra nervous, so maybe the injuries won't start too early. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a take. There's not really a game of the night. We're going to talk a lot of NBA. The NBA is going on. We might have a weird baseball article to go through. Thought about doing some football. We can wait on that.
yeah, we're still a few weeks away from them like doing their off season.
Dude, the NFL's hilarious. They're doing the franchise tag stuff right now, which kind of doesn't matter. The franchise tag stuff goes for 3 weeks. So if they don't have to actually place it until 3 weeks from now. So I assume they're just contract negotiating with these guys to see if they don't have to. So we'll see what guys get re-signed, and I guess that'll be cool as we go. And then, free agency draft season starts sneaking up, which is a lot of fun. Because, I thought about daydreaming and doing, where do we want everyone to go? We did that a little bit with some of the quarterbacks.
It's hard to do with a lot of other outside of the quarterback position with football.
And it gets just lame ESPN-y.
And stuff changes like kind of quick. Or there's a lot that'll happen that like there's just no way to anticipate it.
We could talk for 2 hours about teams that might work with Dak Prescott or Russell Wilson, but you could flip to ESPN for that, and both of them are probably going to be playing on their same team next year. Trade them straight up for each other. How about that? Problem solved.
Flip.
Damn. Did we just solve the
fixed
NFL? Okay, so that was talking. That was talking NFL. BBD, let's do some basketball. I think this baseball article we can have a little fun with. We'll do a baseball deep cut for everyone. Speaking of baseball deep cuts, BBD, that's called being show. That's show business, people.
Forgot you didn't button that.
Yeah, I kind of did too, and now I'm letting it ride.
I saw somebody leave a comment like right when we started, and at my angle I can't tell, and I thought it was like you buttoned it right when we started, and that's why people.
I'm gonna do a couple sexy poses so I can get a screenshot later. Hot. Yeah, we did the weekly dumb this morning. We recorded it, so that'll be out later. But the big baseball news is the John Boy Media baseball channel is live. And I guess its flagship program is the Chris Rose rotation. Is that the right way to say that?
It's first one.
It's a flag.
Yeah.
It's definitely
it's
a
show
flag.
On there that's going to be for sure twice a week.
It's already getting some solid views today. Trevor May, if you have no idea, Chris Rose has joined John Boy Media. He's doing his own show, Chris Rose Rotation, with 6 rotating current MLB players as hosts. When we originally, I'll peel back the curtain for you guys, and we did this a little bit on IG Live yesterday, but we got linked up with Chris Rose. We heard he was looking to do something. It kind of worked. He didn't tell us the idea, but he said he had an idea for a show. So then we figured it out, and then he was like, yeah, so my show is going to have 6 active players going. And we're like, oh, well, that's perfect. So Trevor May is the leadoff hitter today. One of the bigger free agents that actually moved this offseason, if you look at the contracts. Got a nice 2-year deal from the Mets.
Happened early in the offseason.
Yeah, so it got overlooked.
Easy to forget about.
And like
he's not going to be like the closer.
He was a setup guy, but like he's going to be getting big outs. So Trevor May, Stephen Brault for the Pittsburgh Pirates. If you're not familiar, get familiar. He's this crazy, eclectic, talented guy. He sings like opera and stuff. Miggy Rojas, the shortstop for the Marlins, who was actually a stud last year. Lucas Giolito, our friend. Archie Bradley, we like that a lot. And Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow. Baseball's king of all hotties with me, Tyler Glasnow. So it's going to be awesome. I know a lot of you people that tune into anything we do have a link to baseball. Everyone kind of has a link to baseball between their family, Little League, or whatever. The Chris Rose rotation is going to be a must. They're going to have teammates on the show. They're going to do some active stuff. They'll do some evergreen stuff. So it should be bingeable, or if you want to keep up live. So, and how about this, BBD? I've got another teaser for the Wake and Jake people. This hasn't fully been announced. I know the diehards in here probably know it. I've teased it a few times. Papito Gordito put together some baseball lists by position.
Yes.
That will be on the baseball channel today. We're doing it. It's a fun, preseason team rankings. If we've got that on the soundboard, BBD. Rankings. So I think the top 10 shortstops will be coming out today. There's going to be a nice little plot twist on that. You guys will see. We did it in our own way. We didn't want to do plain Jane rankings, so we had a little bit of fun with it. And DJ Zach Esposito went ham on the editing. So those will be coming out kind of periodically. I think we might do a binge before the season starts.
Trying to do one a week for the next few weeks.
Every Monday, and then I think there's going to be a binge of them. So did all the positions except relievers, because relievers are gross.
Nuts. You'd almost have to do like different ones for like closers and not, but then also there's like, then what is Josh Hader?
Right, and it's relievers are just messy.
Yeah. They're like, they're like inherently inconsistent.
So
You crank 'em, we rank 'em.
I just found that one. Need to make sure.
that's a good one. So much stuff going on in the network. Enough of that. Let's talk a little sports. Go subscribe to everything. I know you guys listening will, because you guys are the best. A little NBA, BBD. What's going on? Bucks beat the Clippers. That's a big game in NBA circles, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Bucks 105, Clippers 100. Kawhi 25-9. They just shoot a ton of threes.
Mm-hmm.
And they're good at it. Giannis with a 36-14. Giannis's shine has kind of gone away, huh?
Kinda. And he has back-to-back MVPs, but it's like everyone's like, we need an extended playoff run from you now.
Yeah.
I guess they were in the Eastern Conference Finals the Raptors year, right?
Yes.
They have 2-0.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Like kind of underrated
Didn't get the
bad that
reverse.
they like.
That's where.
Not that you can't lose. Not that it's like unacceptable to lose when you were up 2-0.
Who are the MVP favorites right now? That's probably
That was a topic I almost texted you while you were dumbing it up and was like, should we do like halfway through the season awards?
Dumbing it
Maybe we
up.
should have.
Ooh, maybe next episode.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll bring in an NBA person. Do we have NBA connects?
Got some friends of friends. We have some friends that are into it.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see what's going on there. Let's because I saw. Okay, so LeBron's the favorite.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've seen a lot of LeBron like finally just getting like his attaboy MVP. It's like he should have more than he's had. He's
Right.
been the best player all the years.
Right now it's LeBron, Embiid, Jokic, not Jokic. Saw that in the comments. We've been over this, people. If I'm gonna say Joker, I'm gonna say Jokic, Steph Curry, fourth right now.
Steph's been good.
I think I saw somewhere it was saying like if you're a betting person, that's the good
Steph's
betting
the
money
value
right
one.
now. Yeah, like
Where are they in the rankings?
I think they're pretty decent in the West. I think they've been playing good ball lately, and he's putting up like 35-5 or something stupid.
I mean, I know he's been like nuts. So, and how are the Spurs the 5 seed? Warriors as of the second are the 8 seed, which is hard to believe. But I think they're probably within a game of being like the 5.
Okay. So that's your MVP catch-up. LeBron, Embiid, Jokic, Curry. Doncic right after that.
Lucas falling off a little. Mavericks are 500 again.
Isn't it so, like, Giannis, looking at the numbers, I would assume Giannis is doing the same thing he's done the past 2 years. But in the MVP, like,
It's such a
NBA,
storyline thing. If it's not your turn, it's not your turn.
your
anymore.
shine just goes away. It's ridiculous. So that's pretty bizarre. Donovan Mitchell, that might be a good deep cut for people. Plus 66. Betting pod, DraftKings. What else happened in the NBA last night? I feel like Chris Middleton, 1986. Fantastic. BBD, one of the storylines of the NBA is our New York Knicks.
Yeah.
The New York Knicks are above 500. They beat the Pistons last night, 109-90. They beat the piss out of the Pistons. It was never really a game. It didn't feel like that. Julius Randle, casual, 25-8-6. R.J. Barrett,
Just doing his thing.
21 points. Alec Burks, man, there's days when he looks like a GD ball player. Jeremy Grant putting up kind of useless stats for the Pistons. Knicks are...
He's had a good year. Last night's game wasn't a standout game. He's put up like good numbers all year, but they don't matter because it's the Pistons, and the Nuggets offered you just the same money. He would have had less of a role. That was so weird.
Yeah, they were saying that
so weird.
the Nuggets really miss him too, and he wanted to be a star. I am a
He
star.
wants a chance to like fully
Right in his
be
Q
a
zone.
guy. Which I get.
The Knicks are currently the 4th seed in the East, which means a couple things. It means, yes, it is still early in the season, but this is their best record since, 2012, 2013, when they were good. They were like
were
the 2
good
seed
that
in the
year.
East or something.
One of the KP years, they got to 16 and 13. I think before New Year. Every year, but there's a stretch of every year they were kind of decent by Christmas, and then it's over.
The Knicks are fun. I thought about Weekly Dumb. We were looking for a sports segment, and I thought about kicking it to John Boy and saying, like, how far into the season can we, like, really enjoy the Knicks? Like, we are enjoying the Knicks, but we also think the bottom's going to drop out.
At some point, I'm like it's like just now that we are officially like over 500
Right.
and currently the 4 seed, I'm like, all right, I'm sort of banking on the playoffs happening.
Yeah.
But you're also, you lose 2 in a row and you're the 9 seed again.
Who could the Knicks?
It's so packed.
Who could the Knicks beat in a first-round playoff series?
Boston.
Think
And
so?
I think Boston probably figures it out by the time the playoffs come around. Let me look at the standings. Right now, among the teams that they like could end up facing, Boston's like the one. But I went to NFL standings like an idiot.
Ooh, okay. What are they saying?
Nothing good for the Knicks.
Nothing good for the Knicks.
If the playoffs were today, the Knicks would be playing the Heat, who I think have been rolling
They've
lately.
won 6 straight.
So they won 6 straight, and they haven't had Butler.
Right.
It's like he'll be back. It seems like they're just good again.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think there's any team I'd pick them to win a series against.
How about this? If the Knicks make the playoffs, it's an
Yeah.
incredible win for Knicks fans.
I think I'm like, no matter what, I'm like, I kind of just like want them to face the Nets in the first round. If they're not going to win, they get stomped, but I want to face them. You can like, if they can somehow get it to be like a 6-game series,
You just can't
that'd
get
be cool.
swept.
Yeah.
You just can't get swept. Knicks fans have
I
one night to
like,
peacock on
I
Twitter.
think Tibbs has earned the benefit of the doubt to not get swept from me.
Okay.
From me.
Okay.
Got to do it.
That's
but
big. That's the BBD not getting swept meter. Again, if you're not a Knicks fan, know that if you're looking for a sports game and the Knicks are on, it's going to be a quality product. And we haven't been able to say that for about 8 years.
It's weird. I like the defensive metrics I don't think are favoring the Knicks.
Sure.
But like if you're watching like the defense,
They play great, too. Yeah.
they're like it's like everybody trying the whole time. They give up a lot of open threes, but it's almost by design.
Yeah. As long as they're to the right guy.
They like just make sure the guy you're like last night they played, or 2 nights ago they played the Pacers.
Yeah.
And they let like Miles Turner take a bunch of open threes, and he hit a couple of them and a
Sure.
couple in big spots. But it was like, if ultimately you're gonna pick a guy to take an open 3 on the Pistons, it's Miles Turner. You're cool with that.
The effort levels are awesome. There's really good energy. Go watch a Knicks game. I haven't encouraged that for a few years. Go watch a Knicks game. The Heat beat up on the Hawks. They beat them by 10 points. Heat are back up to 500 after a 6-game winning streak. This is your defending Eastern Conference champs. And this shows that it still is kind of early in the season. If the Heat keep rolling, they're looking like a 4, potential 3 seed in the East if they stay hot. BBD with a giggle, and now he's looking at the soundboard. Awesome.
Not real news, but
Okay.
do you want to hear what the Yankees spring training lineup is today?
Sure, let's do it.
Leading off at short, Tyler Wade.
Yes, my man.
And this is where we start getting fun. Gary Sanchez batting second and catching
right?
today.
Yeah, that's right.
He's going to catch Cole and Tyone.
Yeah.
Hicks third. Jay Bruce batting cleanup, so we get our first look at him. And he's
Hell
playing
yes.
left field.
Left field.
And fifth is Dietrich, our first look at him.
Wow.
And he's playing third.
Okay.
We saw him taking grounders there on social media videos. Mike Ford. Higgy is the DH batting seventh. Ryan Lamar, who cares?
Yes.
Tyro, ninth at second.
Love it. Again, for Yankee fans, that probably juices you up.
Yeah. You like in last couple of years, like doing this, I get like kind of excited about like any spring
Yeah.
training lineup, which is stupid.
There's some good baseball names in there, which I think we'll
I
talk
try to like force myself to give an early exit. I didn't yesterday. Today, I think I'll try to.
Yeah. We'll call it work even.
Yeah.
Grizzlies blew out the Rockets. Rocket season has to be falling apart, right? Boogie's gone.
Yeah, I caught a look at. I think they're like 11-21 now. They just cut Boogie.
They're fake trying to sign Oladipo, and he's not going to do it.
Yeah, I think they'd like to have his contract on the books to be able to flip in another trade at some
Right.
point, but they don't. I have on fairly good authority they don't want to keep him.
BBD sources. Celtics get a win over the Wizards by 1 point. God. Are they getting it back on track? Are they going to try?
17-17.
They've
I think
won their last
in a
two.
row.
Get hot, Celtics.
Well, they won 2 in a row, and one of them is a
go.
1 point win to the Wizards.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure the quality of those wins.
Davis Bertans, 20 points. Suns beat the T-Wolves. Suns, I feel like, are having a good year, and nobody cares.
Yeah.
Except Cole Tucker.
11 games above 500 and
Like
4
in the
seed
West, that's That's very legit, and nobody's talking about the Suns.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Conversely, in the East, it's Sixers, Nets, Bucks, and every other team in the conference has at least 17 losses.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Nets fan friend texted me that yesterday, and I was like, yeah, it's a mess.
It really is. It's a beautiful net mess, and I hope the Knicks take advantage. Other NBA stuff you need to know. That's kind of it.
Jazz are really good.
Jazz are still really good. 27-7.
AD's out for the Lakers. That's the other one.
AD is out.
Out a while, I think.
So again, NBA season's like actually here. Games are starting to matter, and things are starting to sort themselves out. 9-25 Pistons, 14-20 Hawks. Man, the Trae Young hate meter is about to get turned up to 11.
They were
first
supposed to be good this year, man.
First the Doncic. People said that, and I don't really know what they were talking
about. And
about.
Last year, people thought they were gonna be a sneak in the 8 seed. This year was like, oh, they need to be a 6 seed or better or something. It's like, 'cause they did the Gallinari trade, they did the Bogdanovich signing, they did whatever.
Oh God, BBD.
Gallinari. Did I say him already?
You got bad news.
What you got?
We're promoting the new baseball channel, list video. Looks like Meg Thee Stallion's got a new song out.
Is it TikTokable?
Oh, this came out a little while ago. I just got a tweet notification for her. I have Wake and Jake, the Yankees, and Meg Thee Stallion post notifications. The trifecta from hell. BBD.
You have Yankees on?
Yeah. I mean, they don't tweet a lot at all.
Yeah, I guess they're not. Yeah. You get a couple a day.
So,
helps if you got a quick joke to fire off.
Yeah, it's good for the lineup.
thread.
You got to be first. I don't do it a lot, but it's there.
Yeah. Fair.
That's basketball. I've seen some people talking college basketball in the chat. We're getting viciously close to that. We're about 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Minus a day from Selection Sunday. It's happening.
Hadn't computed in my head yet, but
yeah. No, this March is going to be a weird build-up month. There's going to be the NCAA tournament, one of the golf majors. I think I always mix up the players and the PGA. I think it's the players. There's going to be some. This is the time of year. So this is where we started this episode, was that sports is kind of in a weird, like spring training's exciting, but it doesn't mean anything. NBA still kind of plugging along. We're going to start getting, this is like a good sports events month. So we're going to get some NCAA tournament weekends.
That'll be fun.
St. Patrick's Day, I guess. Golf. A lot of golf. Becoming a golf company.
We didn't even get Selection Sunday last year, right?
No, it got canceled right before.
Right before. It was like during conference play, I think, or the conference tournament.
Conference tournings. They were cutting them mid-game.
Yeah.
They were doing the Big East tournament and stopping them.
At halftime, right?
Sad times. Players is not a major, but it's golf's fifth major. BBD, the article on ESPN that I want to talk about, because again, like spring training's happening, but what's the news? Like guys showed up. So I don't know. There was an ESPN article that I thought was a little interesting that we can scrub through a little bit. It's the most exciting non-roster invite to everybody's spring training. And there's just a couple fun names on here. There's a lot of top prospects. Mackenzie Gore, if you're a baseball fan, know him for the Padres. He's the guy they've been holding on to, potentially special as a starting pitcher.
Wander Franco, same boat.
Max Meyer for the Marlins. Seeing if there's any good ones. A lot of Andrew Vaughn for the White Sox. He was the 3rd overall pick. Wander Franco, yeah. Then there's some kind of funky veterans. Jay Bruce, you just mentioned in the Yankees lineup, could either be a big part of this Yankees season or not at all. Interested to find out. I'm getting more on board the Jay Bruce train since they saved a lot of money with the O'Day and Gardy contracts. Now that they have $5 million,
yeah,
5 or whatever,
account for prospects, then he get like a $1 million guarantee?
I think it was like a 1+ a little bit, but
whatever it is.
That's more doable than I thought it would be. So I'm kind of getting on that boat.
I think if he's like 1+, I think he like slides in kind of perfectly to what that Ottavino slot was.
Yeah.
Because I think they were able to move like $8 million of the Otto money, 8 of his 9.
I've got
whatever else.
I've got a fun name for you, BBD.
Ooh.
You remember Yasmani Tomas?
Yes.
Signed big money with the D-backs and thought he was going to be like the next power hitter. And he had a good year. 2016, he hit 31 home runs. Couldn't play any defense. And he was just kind of floating around the minors. He's with the Nationals.
I didn't realize he got paid that much.
Yeah. 6 years, $68.5 million. Dude, and think about that, man. We've got, like, Oda Rizzi right now is fighting for a contract. MLB's, like, messed up. They got to figure it out. And there's probably going to be strike. So I don't know. If you turn on a Nats game and see Yasmani Tomas, maybe he's raking again.
It's toolsy.
Just been playing minor league baseball. The other name that got me excited on this list, and this is a deep cut for people, but the Cubs have Nick Martini in camp. We have a lot of Yankee fans that watch with us. You might remember the one-game Oakland playoff. Oakland batted him leadoff because he's like an on-base guy, so they tried to sneak some. Like their game plan was like get him on base twice, or get him on base once, and that's a win out of our leadoff spot because that's what he does. Another guy that doesn't really play defense. Dave Schoenfield, who wrote this article, said, and it's funny doing baseball over time, if Martini had played in the 1970s or 80s, he would have had a 15-year career as a role player. Now, they just don't do it. So, BBD, 288 Major League plate appearances. He's got a 372 on base. So, like, the guy is a player, but they just can't find a role for him. So weird, man. So weird. I'm trying to think who else jumps out. CJ Crone, don't
the
care.
name that kind of just stuck out to me, and he falls into that prospect category for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Liberatori, is that how you say it?
I think it's Liberator, but I don't know. It could be Liberatory. I'm going to look it up.
Sure, probably got a pronunciation guide somewhere. But he's the guy that they flipped Martinez, and then they threw Rosarena in as the throw-in. So they feel like kind of dumb about that as is. But if he's like kind of good and like can make the team, makes that whole situation a little easier to stomach for the Cards.
Which
I don't think they full regret it, but it's like they'd like for him to contribute. It'd be cool.
It'd be good if he was good. I
guess they probably are going to do service time stuff, and he wouldn't make the team.
Similar to the Luke Voigt situation. What's his name ended up being a pretty good reliever for them.
Gallegos.
So like that softened the blow there.
They don't like full regret it.
My God.
Then they had to like pay.
Luke
Voigt,
pay
Goldschmidt.
Man. I love Luke Voigt.
It's awesome.
What are some other baseball names that are nerdy here for people? Jordan Zimmerman's on the Brewers, another guy, 5-year, $110 million, and now he's just trying to make the Brewers. I love that. That's something I always come back to. These baseball guys that have made tons of money still just want to play baseball.
Playing. I think he's a Wisconsin guy.
He is.
So
he's like there's some story. It's like a small town in Wisconsin. It's like a town of like 500 people or something like that. And Jordan Zimmerman's like the king of the town or something.
It's pretty awesome.
I don't know if those are the official title, but it's something similar to that.
Auburndale, Wisconsin.
Auburndale.
Population 744.
Shout out. We're huge in Auburndale.
Huge.
Not enough Waken and Jaken in Auburndale. The other one that I've been screaming about all season, Jason Kipnis. I think he's still good. The Braves picked him up. I think he's going to be on their bench, and I think he's probably going to play a lot. Let's see. Alex Smith at the Mets, don't care. How about Jed Lowry back to Oakland? Dude, if he is good this year.
As Metsy as it gets.
Oh, my God.
Similar, both the Delano to Shields going back to the Rangers is fun. But Lowry. Jed
Lowry, man. Oh, my God. I want him to be good so bad. I'm sorry, Mets fans. I know we've got a little push-pull going on right now. You have to admit, as a Mets fan, if Jed Lowry's good this year, that's hilarious.
That's funny. It's funny.
That is hilarious.
Wayne Ellington shoots well for the Pistons now. So
Yeah.
we're doing it with the Knicks. It's funny.
You can laugh at that. And then I saw it in the chat, and King Felix is... That's kind of genuinely fun.
Yeah.
Like,
I just want to see him still pitch. It's cool.
It would be cool. Kelnick's on this list.
More on him later.
Ooh.
Wade
Add.
Davis back with the Royals is fun. A lot of reunion guys.
Brandon Kinsler, like, I know he's non-roster invite for the Phillies, but, like, he's on the Phillies.
Yeah.
Like, they need so much bullpen help. And the Todd father, obviously, the man. So, hey.
I haven't stopped thinking about it when, I forget when you said it, but
Yeah.
him and Cole Tucker being in the same locker room this spring is just all-time energy.
Yeah. Texted Cole, always, flex. Want Frazier, Adam Frazier, Tucker, Key Brian Hayes. That's my infield. That's my team. It's my guys.
First to third.
Yeah, run it. So that was a little baseball cut today. We wanted to give you something. There's a spring training angle. Tell us what's... We say this on Talking Baseball, like, let us know what's going on with your team. Because there's always deep cuts. Like,
it's impossible to know what everyone else has going on.
The Yankees storylines, like, you just went through their lineup. Like, Derek Dietrich playing third base. Jay Bruce in left field. Like, even, Tyler Wade picking it at shortstop. My doppelganger, my guy. Not as much of a story. Gary catching Tyone. Is it Kluber and Tyone?
It's Cole and Tyone.
You
guys have kept saying Kluber,
right.
And I feel bad.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. Kluber would be a lot of fun. I would have liked to see him today, too.
Absolutely.
Cole, we kind of know what he's going to be, but him catching Gary is cool.
That's
or Gary catching him.
Any other sports you need to get off your chest, BBD?
I don't think so. I think it's the only other take I've got. I'm saving.
Okay. I mentioned this before. The Weekly Dumb will be coming out later today. I got involved with Max Homa online a little bit. I think I was on the losing side, and I accept that. He was doing a whole thing. He wanted to wear red for Tiger, but he said he couldn't do it. I was a little high. I got involved and was like, I think if you really want to, you could do something. He kind of brought it up. I'm not saying I'm in the right, but I don't think he's in the right either.
Was everyone doing like red and black for Tiger?
So
I saw some pictures.
Some people did, and so here's the big thing that. So the idiots who get loud. Unfortunately, I'm close enough to their team that I'm gonna get lumped in with them. Because I get it, there's sponsors and stuff, and you got to wear logos and blah blah blah. At the same time, like he could have done something before, or like if you have a relationship with your sponsors, you have a conversation. And you figure something out, So, and then he got defensive, and he kind of riled up his army. I was a little stoned. He played the I Love Tiger More Than Everyone card, which is fine. Like, you're a pro golfer. I'm sure you, in a way, you do. Me. Yeah, that's fine. But I could have done something.
Like if he really wanted to, I'm sure he could have figured it out.
And I told
it would have been a lot of work.
I told my jeans story where a kid got me jeans at winter meetings, which
it's a good story.
It's a great story. Not knowing me, then it's not a good story. So I realized that again, pretty stoned on the couch. Big Max Homa fan. How about that? BBD, let's start winding down. We'll go to the comment of the day. Already asking a ton of you guys. I always ask for a comment, leave a like, bake the algorithm. So many new channels and stuff. If you can't subscribe wherever, it helps. If not, maybe the next day. Like, no pressure about it. BBD, couple comments from last episode. We did the draft. Last week was draft week at John Boy Media.
Oh, yeah.
Brian12ish3 said, the Levine disrespect is too much. Dude is legitimately top tier. Just by the numbers, he's arguably had a better season than most of the all-star backcourt and is right there with the rest. He continues to improve. The Bulls are the 6th in the East and rising with no superstar power. I want to double-check the NBA standings again.
At the time, I'm sure he's right.
Yeah. Because, the way we talk about the Knicks, Bulls drop down to 10th now. But again, the East is so tight that they could be in 6 on any given day.
Win a couple, lose a couple.
I will say this. Levine does have a stigma about him. Like a lot of NBA circles kind of gave him like, what does it all mean? Like whether it was Minnesota or Chicago, like none of it's mattered. So I guess he does
Also,
deserve.
who's the best teammate he's had? He just hasn't. Has he been on a team that's really been able to compete?
Well, those T-Wolves teams were supposed to be decent, right? But they just never were. And I think
he
some
was
people
traded
pointed
before Butler was there.
And I think some people pointed to Levine because like a lot of people love Towns, Wiggins. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah,
I think if you're a Levine guy, you point to the Wiggins thing.
Levine deserves a little more love.
Towns hasn't exactly done stuff outside of the Levine
Like I think
years.
we took him last, which
is a little bit of fit within our teams.
right. But I mean, there's a little bit of Zach Levine stigma that's not great. And then Austin Brown, Mitchell needs to be. So we talked about Donovan Mitchell. He's got the nickname Spider Mitchell, but that's not gonna like stick.
You don't like call him.
There's
that
other
when you talk
spiders,
about him.
yeah. So I was on a big Don thing, like let's call him Don. Austin Brown said Mitchell needs to be the Don, which I love, the Don. And you could do all sorts of mafia stuff. He said go full mafia with it. He also said we should have mentioned SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Holy smokes, Jake, as a snub.
Thought he might have been on my list. I don't know how many of them we said.
Having a really good year for the Thunder.
Really good.
Thank you for the comments.
I think every time we've brought the Thunder up, I've tried to make sure to mention he's
SGA.
really good.
Yeah. Thank you for the comments. The Wake and Jake channel continues to grow. We got so much growing. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. BBD, that brings us to the bro of the night. Standout performance. Someone who deserved to be talked about. BBD, I'm taking the easy route.
As you should.
For someone that kind of didn't take the easy route. Trey Mancini, man. Back from cancer, standing ovation. He gets a hit in his first plate appearance back because that's baseball. That's how the world works. Trey Mancini, I mean, arguably the best player on the Orioles. Has been for a few years even. And, I mean, literally coming back from cancer. So, nice moment. Watch the video. A good Italian boy. Like that.
Yeah. Really good.
Nice and easy today. No funny
Easy
business.
Story.
No funny business as I wear my ugly blazer unbuttoned.
Wow, bro. That's crazy. That's so love, bro.
That's so love. BBD, your bro of the night.
I'm giving my bro of the night to Julio Rodriguez.
Yes.
Mariners.
Yeah.
I guess top prospect, him or Kelnick are kind of 1A, 1B. And, we're only a week removed from the Mather stuff, which is
sports moves quick,
nuts.
Man.
So since then, he had like a few videos on like the Mariners social media. It's like,
oh yeah.
And so that's just like fun. Like, hey, his English is pretty good.
Yeah.
And we've now all heard it with the mindset of like, oh, does he like have like a thick accent? I'm like, not really.
No.
Speaks much better English than my Spanish.
Yeah.
And
he went yard, right?
I don't remember if he went yard, but he hit the walk-off hit yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And he drove in Kelnick, who was also like kind of lumped in because
right.
they're both like pretty openly going to get their service time manipulated.
Yeah.
And pretty openly disrespected by Mather. So they get to stick it to him a little bit.
Rodriguez just turned 20.
Yeah.
Damn.
Really good. So yeah, Julio Rodriguez, bro of the night.
Yeah, all those Mariners. Yeah, the Mariners social team's having not fun with it, but they're putting out stuff.
Yeah.
They're putting out stuff. I think the Mariners did something.
They're paying the perfect amount of attention towards all that.
They donated money to a Dominican thing, or they started a new facility down there.
I
or something.
He had already been doing a lot of social media stuff, so it's not like that just started. I think I saw Mariners people, maybe in the comments of our video, talking about like, dude, he's like on their social media. He has like a series on their YouTube channel. Speaks good English.
Mather was so dumb. So dumb. Good bro of the night, BBD. Go Mariners. Make them call all those kids up. Why not? Let's twist the knife. Or how about this? Win games with your good young players. Wow. What a nightmare. Oh, hell no. BBD, what are we watching?
Ugh.
I know. I mean, there's got to be some NBA games.
Like an NBA game every night, I'm sure you can tune into. I haven't looked.
Let's see.
Spurs
tonight,
are surprisingly good.
March 1st. Let's see. Mavs, Magic, no. Pacers, Sixers, not really. Are any of these games on TNT?
Suns, Lakers is late Tuesday night.
That's got to be TNT,
That's
right?
on TNT.
So that's Clippers, Celtics, Sun, Lakers. So Tuesday night, you're going to get
Tuesdays
some NBA
and
games.
Thursdays, they like hammer those. You get a couple good matchups.
You know what? Monday night, binge John Boy Media. That's it.
Yeah.
And check in with, again, this has been a weird thing for me. When we originally really started going with John Boy Media, I did a UConn Huskies podcast with Katie Sharp. It was electric. #1 UConn Huskies podcast. Love UConn Huskies. Love college basketball. Been weird year. Check in with your college hoops team. They might be going dancing. Because I'll tell you what, March Madness, man, they're going to do it, and we are going to get jazzed up. Jazzed up for March Madness. So check in with your college basketball team. Check in with your friend's college basketball team. Big UConn Seton Hall game this week. Huge. And I heard maybe these were my friends being idiots, but I heard a rumor they were going to make Oklahoma State eligible for the NCAA tournament.
I haven't heard that, but I also didn't look for that. It's not news I would be the first to hear.
So let's see. Cade Cunningham powers NCAA tournament bid, but will the Cowboys be allowed in? Yeah, so this is like a real storyline that's happening.
Is there like a reason?
Which I would love. Let's see.
Just for fun to not punish Cade? Because he didn't.
This is like a whole article, 8 seed, blah, blah, blah. I mean, if you're the NCAA tournament, let them in.
Yeah. Selfishly, just want to watch Cade.
Yeah. Cade's your guy.
Like watching
Can I tell you something off the record? Every time I've watched him, it's been like bad.
I haven't watched much since like the first couple weeks because NBA's kind of picked up.
I'm going to assume it's just been bad timing. But
everyone who's been watching has said he's just really good.
Yeah.
And so
I'm going to play. Okay, so I need to watch more Cade Cunningham. Done. See, this is what we do here. We figure it out.
I haven't watched a game of his on purpose since like maybe his 5th game this year.
Jack's in the chat said hockey, and with that, we are logging off. Thank you guys for waking and jaking with me. I said it so much during the episode, but we have so much stuff. I mean, the usuals, talking Yanks, talking baseball tomorrow, talking Giants.
BP's going,
Yeah.
Giants doing stuff.
Morning, watching. And we got the new channel. So, guys,
Chris Rose rotation.
Click
Where
around.
you get your podcasts, all that. Lance Lynn GM files last week.
click around. Comments, watch, buttons, all of it. I love you. I love you.
Jake sucks.
I love you.
Love you.